Something about being pregnant and a looming TikTok ban always brings me back to YouTube. So here we are. I'm pregnant and we're going to talk about my TTC journey since my last video, which was in 2020. So as most of you guys probably know, I have a lovely 3.5-year-old son named Austin, and he was born in May 2021. And around the time that he was 1, his dad and I decided to get divorced. And that really put my TTC journey into limbo. I really didn't know what was going to come after that. But luckily, I'm engaged. I found a wonderful man named Brandon, and we started trying to get pregnant last year. The weekend of the 4th of July, I found out that I was pregnant. We were in New York at my cousin's wedding, and I had taken a test right before the wedding just to be sure, because it was an open bar. So obviously I was planning on getting crunk. And there were 2 lines, barely, but they were there. And I was gloriously pregnant for 10.5 weeks until I had a miscarriage due to Turner syndrome. If you don't know what Turner syndrome is, I didn't either. It's essentially where a girl is supposed to have 2 X chromosomes, but she only ends up with 1. And in our case, it came from the sperm. Dealing with a miscarriage is terrible. And this was my 2nd miscarriage. Before Austin, I actually had an ectopic pregnancy. So losing Kennedy at 10.5 weeks last August was my 2nd miscarriage. And I was distraught, to say the least. I am 34. I don't really intend on trying much longer. So I didn't know what was going to happen after that. Right around Christmas, I knew I was ovulating. We had not tried since we lost Kennedy in August. And we get to December, and I know ovulation is right around the corner. I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready to try again. Normally, I'm a crazy person when it comes to TTC, and I'm like testing ovulation every day, taking Mucinex, pre-seed, all the things. And this time it was kind of a let go and let God. And God said, hold my beer. And on January 2nd, I found out that I am pregnant. With that, obviously comes a ton of anxiety. I am terrified to have potentially a 3rd loss. I don't know that I could try again if I were to lose again, because I'm just kind of over that feeling of anxiety. I think that if I were to lose this baby and then try again, I would have to go live in a mental institution. But my line progressions look amazing. I'll put a picture here. Yesterday, I had my first HCG draw, and it was 5,381. Which is really good for me being 5 weeks and 2 days today. But my progesterone was 17.9. And when I got checked around 5 weeks with Kennedy, my progesterone was 40.6. So I just actually got home from Kroger and I picked up a progesterone supplement that apparently I'm going to put up my vagina before I go to bed every night. So this will be fun. If you've done the progesterone suppositories, let me know how that goes. I think I'm in for a fun ride. No nighttime activities will be being had in this bed. That's pretty much it. That's where we're at as of today. I will do a 2nd HCG draw tomorrow, and fingers crossed the number's around 10,000, because the goal is for that number to double every 48 hours. Of course, I will be updating you regularly on TikTok if we get to keep it, and Instagram, but I plan on doing longer form content here on YouTube, because honestly, I miss this kind of stuff. I like to blab, and sometimes fitting what I want to say into 60 seconds is just not easy. So I think on my YouTube channel, it's going to be a lot of the pregnancy journey. And then I think I also want to start telling my juicy confessions over here, because sometimes they're really long and it's just kind of tough to tell them on TikTok because people just want to scroll so fast. So I think that's the plan. You'll kind of see general life, pregnancy, some juicy confessions. And then I also have a podcast starting at the end of this month on January 23rd that is called Haunted Hotline, and those videos will be here on my YouTube as well. So keep your fingers crossed for me for tomorrow that my HCG draw does exactly what it's supposed to do, and I'll see you next time.